Hello, this is my overview video for ABA 626. This course allowed me to remain consistent with my study methods in regards to SAFMEDS. I would spend about 30 to 45 minutes each morning studying my SAFMEDS cards and graphing them on Precision X. With the introduction of each new deck, I would focus on separating the terms into piles with their corresponding definition and example that would then be reviewed and then added to the main pile for a general review of the overall deck. The deck was then reviewed for about 30 minutes in order to familiarize myself with the deck before running 5 30-second trials that were then graphed. A similar method was adopted for weeks 2 and week 3 of acquisition, where I would spend the 30 minutes just running several untimed trials and separating all the ones that I wasn't too sure on and studying those on the side separately before introducing them back into the deck. Fluency was very similar, however, the focus shifted on increasing speed with the terms since they were already very familiar. So for fluency decks, they were studied for 30 minutes each morning as well. However, they were all about speed and increasing that recall and recognition when I was running them. So for my fluency deck, we see that there is very little progress, very little variability, but scores all consistently remained at that high level on the graph. This to me demonstrated maintenance and fluency of those terms. We do see very slight decreases, especially when there was new decks introduced, but this was fairly consistent from week to week. Now, as we see progress for ABA 626 for all acquisition decks, we see that in week 1 of deck 1, 2, and 3, scores were consistently under the aim goal, with the exception of the very last day where they reached the aim goal. Now, for deck 3, the very last day resulted in a ACEL score of 13 with a DCEL score of 0. Although this was under the aim goal, this was still very close and towards in the right direction of progress towards the aim goal. Week 2 of decks 1 through 3 all resulted in scores above the aim goal, and you see that consistent upward trend in progress across those weeks. Deck 2 week 3 resulted in the highest scores graphed overall, with the last data point being a 25 ACEL, 0 DCEL. I believe I did meet my course objectives in this class, with that is seen through the consistent progress in my ACEL scores and my consistency in my study methods from week to week. Thank you so much.